Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General Yohana's putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the Convention Center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time, sending curses to them enemies.
Shalom. It's that time again, Israel. It's the Lord's 54th annual Passover in North Carolina.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh?
The ISUPK under Commander General Yohana will be hosting the Lord's 54th annual Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Convention Center. This is something that you do not want to miss. Make sure that y'all bring the entire family. The Downtown Raleigh Convention Center. For Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Go to isupk.com to purchase your tickets today. $200 per every adult over the age of 17 years old.
We are not the same. No, we not related. I'm not stuck on living. Death is a vacation. My camp undefeated. You cannot debate. You just want the clout.
The Lord's 54th annual Passover, April the 1st, is coming down to Raleigh, North Carolina. That's right. Commander General Yohana has done it again. You don't want to miss this. Pull yourself! Pull yourself!
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, Amy murdered Botham and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ice agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Shalom, Israel. This is the Israel School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under command of General Hannah. I'm Officer Ron, here with Officer One. This is the Tuesday night biblical law class coming to you out of Chicago, man. We'll go ahead and dig into these precepts. Just hit on a couple topics. These shootings and all this chaos and confusion that's going on in the earth right now, man. People they had that situation just a few days ago where that brother had went into their Walmart and lined a bunch of people up on the wall and shot one young lady in her face, man. You know what I'm saying? It just show people. I'm bringing that out to say, you know, the Christians got a bad habit of saying that they saved all the time. You know what I'm saying? They love to say that they saved. And my question is still, what are you saved from when all hell is breaking out all around us, man? You know, young women are still, guys riding up and trying to snatch the young women off the streets, and just these mass shooting, these young men studied murdering one another, several bad car accidents, and all this stuff is coming from the Most High. Don't nothing happen without the Lord, man. God, he will cause judgment on you You know what I'm saying? When you see a terrible incident happen to somebody, that's the Most High passing judgment on that person. Whether it's a shooting or a stabbing or a car accident or whatever the case may be. So I'm bringing it out to let you know that the Most High, like people want you to think that like God is all love, and He's not. And the Lord is not playing with us no more. The Lord is ready for Israel to take out. He ready for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian people to take their spirits up out of this place and stop following up and behind all these other gods and quit celebrating all these wicked holidays and quit trying to get along with our oppressors, man. But our people just refuse to let go and turn back to these law, statutes, commandments. I'm saying everybody just got through celebrating Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King, he even said it out of his own mouth. I'm afraid that I led my people into a burning building. And in his latter days, he realized that everything that he was doing was hurting us more than helping us. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? And so we're just gonna get into these precepts, man. These people that's running this place, our oppressors, they run in America, man, and just like everybody getting ready to go vote. You getting ready to go vote. You know what I'm saying? They study coming up with information about these different presidents having all these secret documents in their houses. Everybody from Trump to Biden, now Pence, and it's a mess. You should be, if you Black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian, really, you should be tired of politics. Mm-hmm. Seriously, you should be fed up with politics because that's not getting us nowhere. That ain't helping us, not at all. The Christian churches, the mosques, the Christianity and Islam is not for Black people. That ain't helping us. You should be fed up with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You go into these churches and all kind of crap happening in these churches. In the last several years, we have seen little oppressor boys, our oppressor little boys going inside the church and killed up about 12 people. You know what I'm saying? I know about churches that's them people don't went inside them churches and robbed everybody in there while they having service. You know what I'm saying? So it's obvious the Lord is not in those Christian churches, man. That's right. That's what y'all need to realize. God ain't in them Christian churches, and that man standing in front of you that you call your pastor, that man is not a man of God. He is a wicked bastard that's up there for the money. You know what I'm saying? And the what they call it when you're not power, but just to be put on a pedestal, basically. Mm-hmm. You know, he like being praised to or looked up to as if he's somebody really special, and he's not. He's not. You can't even be confident with this man because you tell him too much. The majority of them, I want to say almost all of them, if you go to them and talk to them or get counseling from them about your relationship, 9 out of 10, they're going to be trying to sleep with your wife. You know what I'm saying? And all this other stuff, man. So, and the Lord don't want us mixing and mingling with these other races and these other nations the way we're doing. So that's why I said, as far as going to vote, you sinning when you go vote. That's a sin in the eyes of the Most High. It's a sin for us to marry, to let our sons and our daughters marry to these other nations. All that stuff is a sin, man. And we got to stop it. So I guess we'll start off with Job chapter 9 and verse 24. We'll start off with Job chapter 9 and verse 24. I mean, there's so much stuff going on in the earth right now. Mudslides. I think in California, man, California being wrecked with mudslides and things that nature. New York just got hit. About a month ago, the whole city got shut down. The Lord is. You got to realize the Lord be sending different angels to the earth to carry out His orders. Right. And you, in your mind, you thinking an angel is something flying around, a little naked baby flying around with wings on, and it's not. The Lord be sending deaf angels to this place to carry out His orders and His business, man. And we got to wake up, Israel. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, it's time to wake up and turn back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Right. That is the only answer to all our problems that's on this earth. turning back to the Most High by following His law, statutes, and commandments. That's it, and that's all. There's no other way around it. And if you really want to have a relationship with the Lord, what you got to do is get into this school, Israel School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under command of January Hana, man. That's it, and that's all. He the only one that's qualified to lead God's people up at this hell that we living in.
Right.
You do not have to die to be in hell, and you definitely don't have to die to have heaven. According to the scriptures, heaven is within us if you follow these laws, statutes, commandments. And how can I say we in hell if anytime you go outside, man, and all hell is breaking out all around us? You know, all hell is breaking out all around us. Look, Job chapter 9 and verse 24. When you get it, go to read it.
Come on. It's the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. If the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, he covered the face of the judges thereof.
According to the Bible said the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, and he covered the faces of the judges thereof. When we say that, you got to think about who ruling this place right now, man. Every other race and every other nation want to be like America. Everybody, you know that the wicked is ruling the earth because all blacks and Hispanics, everybody trying to get ready to go vote your oppressors in. And everybody that's on the ballots that you're going to check off on or vote for, predominantly our oppressors. That's it, and that's all. People that people that you don't know nothing about. People that's continued for over 50 years. These people you voting, and these people making promises to you and can't keep none of the promises. None of them, man. And America, as far as the black community, we have been destroyed because of non-segregation. Ever since y'all fought, our ancestors fought for the rights to vote for what? Ever since they've been doing it, ever since Martin Luther King and the Black Panther movement, Malcolm X, and anybody else you want to name, all of them done failed. You know what I'm saying? Voting is not helping black people, none whatsoever. It ain't changing nothing, and it's not going to change nothing. It hasn't changed anything. The Bible said the earth has been given to the hand of the wicked. What else going on? When you pushing the LGBT movement, you know what I'm saying? Them people got more rights than the black people. They study, they done pass all sorts of laws to help the LGBT movement. And then you can't say a thing about these people without being either prosecuted or censored or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Living that lifestyle is not an alternative lifestyle. That is an abomination and a sin against the Most High. A sin that's it deserved death. According to the Bible, to live that lifestyle, you deserve to die. Two men being together, or two women being together. Then they pushing this stuff and pushing this information on these children. You know what I'm saying? In these schools and things of that nature. Then the cost of everything is getting so high right now, man. It's like they've been making memes all week. Well, the groceries and the eggs. I think a dozen of eggs cost like $6, almost $7 today. You know what I'm saying? The government is up to something. There's something going on where they trying to push something on us to the point where they could tell you what to eat and all this other stuff, man. There's nowhere in the world that a dozen of eggs should cost a family no doggone $6. You know what I'm saying? That's just like the chicken wings. Everything is getting high as all know what. And all of it is affecting black people. Majority, everything that our oppressors doing is affecting black people. You know what I'm saying? Then they passing all these draconian laws and stuff. Well, you got to be very careful when you get in your car and ride around in your neighborhoods because they got these flashing lights all over the place. You know what I'm saying? They pushing drugs in our communities. They got the abortion clinics in our community. You know what I'm saying? It's just the cost of living is done got outrageous right here in Chicago, where I live at, that I know about. I'm sure it's in every other city. If you black, you feeling this pressure. You got to be, and it's crazy. These people that's running this place with this voting stuff, they corrupt. You can't trust them, and only God knows what they're doing behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? We go out and we voting for these different people, man. And it's sad. It's sad. And the Lord is angry with us, and he is causing wrath to come down on our heads because of our disobedience.
Yeah, right.
So the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, well, which means that the Yahweh Mashiach, who everybody knew as Jesus Christ, all the disciples, all of them are black, man. These people that stole our identity and won't give it back to us. They got a generation of oppressors out there that call themselves Jewish. They're not the real Jews. The black man in America, the so-called black man in America, is the real Jew.
That's right.
According to the Bible, man. But they've been attacking. They was attacking Kyrie Irving. They was attacking Kanye West, saying that they are anti-Semitic because they saying certain things. And people are pushing on that stuff. America then gave those so-called Jewish people millions and millions of dollars in reparations. You know what I'm saying? And some people not suffering. The only people that suffer for real under the oppression and according to this Bible is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian. Ain't nobody suffering the way we suffer.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to wonder why. I was thinking about this too. It's like as a black nation, bottom of the totem pole, it's like every other race is doing better than us, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't have nothing. It's even our brothers and our sisters. I was just analyzing something, man. I've been talking to my brothers and sisters, the Isupk and them. They be getting houses at the age of 20, 21, 22. They already have a little house and everything, man. They don't stick together, but they do stick together. But us, the blacks, Judites, man, it's like we have a natural hate for one another. And we do anything to tear each other down. We can't get along. Our women definitely can't get along. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy as hell to me, man. I don't understand it none whatsoever. But the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Look how these wars that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? America pouring trillions of dollars into a war, and we got homeless people right here in America. You know what I'm saying? We got homeless and hungry people right here in America. And then what's so crazy, America, I've been reading all week, well, America, the government, they done hit their deficit. They done hit their deficit. Now they talking about taking everybody's, they want to take our Social Security. They want to take your 401k. You know what I'm saying? These people are really, really doing everything they can to destroy us.
Yep.
They really are. This government, so-called government system that's ruling this place, man, need to be destroyed. It need to be. It's crazy that black people will want to be a part of this stuff, man. I don't get it. The government is literally debating and trying to figure out a way to take people investments and Social Security and 401k and all this other stuff. All the billions of dollars that these people have all over the world and make money, they print their own money. They raping the earth, seriously raping the earth of all its resources everywhere you go. They pour drugs all into our communities and everything else. So according to the Bible, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, and we all know who it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Revelations 18:4 right quick. Revelations chapter 18 and verse 4.
Book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin."
The Lord do not want us to partake in the sins of America. The Lord don't want us to partake in serving up the gods of these other nations. He don't want us mixing and mingling and entwining with these other races and nations and stuff. The Lord done put us in the middle of these other races and nations to test us to see will we follow their gods and take on their traditions and stuff, or will we keep following him, serving him, and following these laws, statutes, done. And what we done turned our backs on the Most High.
That's right.
And that's why the wrath of God has come down on our heads the way it is, man. Not for our destruction, but because of our disobedience. It is a matter of life and death to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
And if you don't do that, man, you're going to answer for it eventually. You don't have to. Listen, you don't have to die and then go get die to be judged. You could get the judgment of the Most High right now today. It's only by the Most High's grace that we all still alive and here, because these other races hate us, all of them, every last one of them hate us, man. So the Bible says, I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that we be not partakers of her sins." We should not be praying to these other gods. You should not be in no Christian church or going to praying to Jehovah or Muhammad or none of these other Allah and all this other stuff. We not. And as far as the sins, we shouldn't be getting high, gang banging, living a homosexual life, or gay. I don't know which word I'm supposed to be able to say without getting censored, but you're not supposed to be living that so-called alternative lifestyle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to do it. We shouldn't be having abortions. We shouldn't be, our sons and our daughters shouldn't be marrying into these other races, man. You know what I'm saying? We should not be partakers of the stuff that America is doing. We should be separated from America by taking our spirits out of it and following the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
And the reason why, since we're not doing that, God is pouring his wrath down on us like never before.
That's right.
We are truly in the last days. America's on the verge of World War III. All hell is breaking out all around us. You know what I'm saying? You get carjackings. They having this big thing about guns and stuff. I almost felt like I thought I saw somebody. Okay, go ahead, read.
My people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
And the Lord sending plagues to this place. General Yohana said it a couple of years ago, that next what's going to happen is it's going to be a famine in the earth. And it's going to be hard to get some food. So if you out there and you able to work and you can save your money and do things, you can what you need to be doing is stocking up on canned goods and dry and non-perishable items right now. It would be very wise to stack up on water, tissue, non-perishable items, and things of that nature, because the plagues are coming to the earth, just like the scripture said. And this Bible is the only book on the entire face of the earth where prophecies are being fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? There's no other book that you can go read out of, and the prophecies are being fulfilled. You can't read the Holy Quran or no other book and get prophecies out of it like you can the Holy Bible. You know what I'm saying? So, Slaki, that's a pretty big bug, man.
I don't know what it is this time of year.
I don't know what it is either, but he big. He hitting the damn wall pretty hard. Dog. And then he received not of his plagues. So if you live in an alternative lifestyle, you can expect to catch AIDS. I know if you eating any and everything that you want to eat, you can expect to have high blood pressure,
that's right,
diabetes, and every other kind of disease that black is known, gout, and all this other stuff because of all the impurities and all the chemicals that they put into this food today. Mm-hmm. Our oppressors have contaminated. They didn't even contaminated the fruits, man. Everything that these people touch, they destroy it or alter it and take all the nutritions and stuff out of it, man. And putting all. You go into a store in the black community, you ain't got nothing but junk. All in the store is full of junk. You go into these other stores, you get healthy food. The healthy food is so high, people can't afford it. So you go into the average black household, you go in, you look on top of the refrigerator, you see about 10 boxes of cereal, all of them loaded down with sugar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. All potato chips and cakes and cookies and all this other nonsense. They're nasty to the point where even that stuff is high as I don't know what. The price has doubled on everything. And it's like we just going along. It's like we just go along with everything. We don't question, our people don't question nothing, don't research nothing or nothing, man. We just a destroyed people. And that the best way to destroy people is to attack them in your mental state. And ever since the time of slavery, man, and even further back, our people have been so oppressed till, our people either getting drunk or getting high and everything else, man. We're not focusing on following these laws, statutes, and commandments. The average person that's in these churches, they get high. I used to get high and go to church. The time I get out of church, I've been a smoke before I go into church, gargle. And when I get out, I can't wait to light up.
Light up again.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have no spiritual strength to stop that madness. Gang banging, selling drugs, and everything else. The Lord is not in these Christian churches, y'all. The Most High not in them Christian churches at all. The Christian church is the synagogue, is Satan is in them churches. The spirit of Satan is in them churches, man. That's all that's in there. Wicked spirits. Go ahead.
So, like, if I may just, and then just on the drug, like people that are smoking the weed and stuff. Like a lot of people would be like, "Oh yeah, weed legal. You can smoke weed. You can do this. You got to be. Look at today. Even right now, people dying because they putting the Lord still executes judgment. They putting fentanyl in weed, lacing weed with fentanyl. Now you seeing more black people die than ever just off smoking weed. So you think that the government was gonna allow weed to be legal and the Lord wasn't gonna execute his punishment on it. The Lord said that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians ain't supposed to smoke weed.
That's right.
So you still gonna get your punishment. It can be as legal as America wanted to be, but that's why the verse he just brought up, come out of her, my people. That's why that's so important. You got to come out of those American ways and come into the ways of the Lord. Therefore, you can live a long life and not die at the age of 24, 34 years old, or just like the sister Gangsta Boo, she died a couple weeks ago because she, off of fentanyl overdose. Like, you got to be smart. Come out of America.
That's right. And then that's wickedness. They done opened up cannabis shops all over Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Legalizing marijuana, and people would say that since it grew out of the ground as a plant, it's okay to do. According to the Bible, no, it's not. It's not okay to smoke and put that smoke inside your body. You're going to eventually catch cancer, and it in the long run, that stuff do all kind of stuff to you. And like the brother just brought out, they putting all kind of stuff in this stuff now, man. Not just no fentanyl. That crap, because it's addictive. Because I'm watching young men smoke 4, 5, and 6 blunts a day. How you want to get? God, and I'm talking about big ones. They big old little Jamaican joints. Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. This place America is truly, it has truly don't have no morals or principles. Everything about America is against the Most High. Everything America do is against the Most High. That's how you know the Most High hate this place. This is a disgusting place. This is the modern day Babylon. And that's why it's so vital for us to take our spirits up out of this place, man. Go ahead, read.
Come. And be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
And you're going to receive the plagues. You're going to receive the plagues of the Most High if you keep on going to this church. You keep on living this wicked lifestyle. Because according to the Bible said, for the wages of sin is death.
That's right.
The wages of sin is death. So if the Bible said the wages of sin is death, what you think gonna come to you if you keep on sinning? You keep on living a wicked lifestyle. You keep on doing the wicked things that you're doing, and then you want to get up and go to, the majority of y'all don't even go to church. You go to church on Easter and things of that nature. Or the large majority of y'all that do go to church, when you get out of church, you're still doing all kind of wicked and crazy mess. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on. The plagues of the Most High is coming. They here. They're not coming. They here. Look what the Lord just sent. 3 years ago, that coronavirus had started. That killed like over 8,000 people, I think, just in Chicago alone. You know what I'm saying? The AIDS, plagues, these different plagues and stuff, man. You think the Lord is not playing with us, man? Go ahead, read.
Come. Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities.
And America, America is wicked and against the Most High. Anytime America says a man, you wanna praise a man that want to cut his rod off and live the life of a woman, or you want to allow a young child to decide that they don't want to be a boy, they want to be a girl, or that a girl don't want to be a girl, she want to be a boy. You can't do that, man, and think it's not going to be no judgment behind that type of decision and lifestyle. The Lord don't like that type of stuff. That's crazy. And I guarantee you, if you was to sit down and talk to what's the basketball player name?
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, Dwayne Wade. I bet you anything you want to bet, they probably call themselves either Christians or Islam or something.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, them people call themselves. They probably might go to church. You sitting up somewhere with your son, your little boy sitting up here dressed and acting like a doggone girl. Somebody like Kayla Jenner, it's been all over the internet. It's all on the news and stuff, how the LGBTQ is fighting so hard to have equal rights as a regular man or a woman. Now I read something today where they attacking Aretha Franklin's, one of Aretha Franklin's songs about some song she made about our woman.
I'm every woman.
They're attacking that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? What kind of these people is ridiculous, man. These LGBT people, man, are doing way too much. They got a rude awakening coming, man. I know the Lord is going to, just like He did to Sodom and Gomorrah, God is going to roast them. They are going to disintegrate when them bombs start. Them some people I know for a fact I can safely say they're gonna die, and they're gonna die with America.
That's right.
They are going to die. If you walking around here with that alternative lifestyle, you are going to die with this place. Watch and see. When that sky crack open and Yahushua Mashiach and them angels come to judge this place, it's the judgment of the Most High is gonna start with Israel. And everybody if you don't want to quit smoking that weed and gang banging and celebrating these holidays and eating crab and lobster and that swine and you doing all kind of wickedness, you're going to die in your sins according to the Bible, man.
That's right.
The Bible said for the wages of sin is death. That ain't no joke, man. That's putting it very, very plain.
Mm-hmm.
The wages of sin is death, man. Ain't gonna be no, you think you're gonna sin and then at the last moment you're gonna be trying to say, I repent, Lord, forgive me, and that's gonna save you. You out your damn mind if you thinking like that. And your pastors, your wicked pastors got you thinking that you got free will. You do not have free will to do whatever you want to do. Not according to the Bible, man. Go ahead, read up.
Oh God. Verse 6, reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
And everything America has done to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian people, they got that coming back. That's going to be their reparations. All the bloodshed, all the rape, all the murder, all the stealing that they have done, they got that coming back double according to the Bible.
Right.
It ain't gonna be no when the Lord come back, all races. The Lord, Christ did not die for every doggone body. Yahushua Mashiach did not die for the whole world. It's one earth, but there's many different worlds on this earth.
That's right.
But your pastor got you thinking that when the Lord come back, Yahushua Mashiach, who everybody knows Jesus Christ, died for all these nations. No, he didn't. That's a big old lie. That's a major lie and a misunderstanding. And your pastor don't know what the hell he's doing, and y'all gonna die with that man because he don't know what the hell he. Matter of fact, even if he do know the truth, he ain't gonna tell you no way because he wants you to keep putting your money in them buckets, man. Y'all going to these little churches and they passing them doggone buckets around 2 or 3 times while you sitting there for 2 hours, trying to drain you of every penny that they could possibly get out of you. So him and his family, so he can go on trips and drive nice and keep his bills paid.
That's right.
Get out of here, man. That man don't deserve anything. If that nigga want an airplane or a jet, let him go to work. Tell him to go get a job and go buy it. Why if you black in America, why would you keep giving your money to these churches and these people? You know doggone well you catching hell when you go home. The average person in the church, you can't even call that man. You don't even know him. He only got a tight circle. He deal with you at church. Hey man, come on, man. Y'all need to wake up. Go ahead, read up.
And double unto her double according to her works in the cup which she has filled to her double.
And these people are going into slavery when the Lord come back. They just like they had our ancestors in slavery, and they had slave masters and taskmasters and all that. it's going to be their turn. When it's going to be their turn. They're not getting away with that. They not, just like General Yohana said. Shouldn't a thief pay when he get caught for stealing? Mm-hmm. If a man murders somebody, shouldn't he pay for that? Okay, so what make you think our oppressors shouldn't pay for all the crimes that they have committed?
That's right.
Do you think these people? You think the Lord gonna let these people get away with what they have done? You think the Lord gonna let these Africans get away with what they have done to his children, or these oppressors over here in North America, and all these other races that hate black people so passionately? Man, come on, stop it, man. The Bible said, pay them back double, fill their cup, which she has filled to her double, according to what she has done.
That's right.
Now that's the word of the Most High, man. That's not our words. We telling you what the Lord's saying, man. These people got a judgment day coming, and they're gonna pay for everything that they have done. Go ahead, read.
Verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So many torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
And she think the Lord. See, these people, they so proudful. They don't think they ever gonna pay for what they forefathers have done. The ones today, they don't realize that if everything that their forefathers done, every judgment and every decision their forefathers made, they made it to keep these people today in power.
That's right. They
was looking out for they children for years, for generations to generations. These people running this place and on top because they forefathers made sure that they made laws and did things that would keep these oppressors on top today. And the main thing that they did was keep black people oppressed and living in slums, and make sure that we couldn't rise up and have anything.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? These oppressors are something else, man. And when the Bible said that earth was given into the hand of the wicked, they have stolen our identities, man. They won't even give your identity back to you. They promised the Native American Indian over 77 promises and broke every last one of them. Even black people, 60 or 70 years ago, when they so-called freed blacks and gave them a little land and gave them a couple mules and gave them a little seed and told them to go ahead, they free, doubled back, changed their law and went back and took that stuff from them. Right. Every promise our oppressors ever made to any Israelites, they turned back on their word. You can't trust these people. Their words are like smooth as butter, according to the Bible. But wickedness is in their hearts, man. Right. They'll never share power with us. And when the Lord come back, they're going to put up a hell of a battle.
That's right.
They're going to put up a hell of a battle. They're not going to let go easy. Trust me, they're not going to let go easy. They're going to join forces. They're going to fight like hell against the Most High. But the Lord going to bring them down to their knees. He the one going to pay them back double. And then it's going to get to a point where after they get through paying and going into captivity and slavery for all the things that their ancestors done, then the Lord gonna send out hunters, and they're gonna get wiped off the face of the earth. And I'm gonna be so glad when it happens. I'm gonna be so glad. I'm not gonna shed a tear for them people. They babies, they women, nothing. Right now today, these people show you how much they hate you, man.
That's right.
And you want to keep on loving and being friends and everything else with these people. You crazy, man. You brainwashed.
That's right.
That's what's wrong with you. Let's go to Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. The Lord wants us to separate ourselves from these people, man. The Lord don't want us to keep on kicking it and mixing and mingling and doing stuff with them. The Lord wants us to separate from them, because the more you follow behind our oppressors, now you celebrating Christmas, you celebrating your birthdays, you celebrating Thanksgiving, you celebrating all their holidays, and you praising their gods. Baal, you follow behind Baal and don't even know it, man. Baal, or however you pronounce his name. You serving other gods. And the Lord said he's the Lord, the God. We're the only people on the face of the earth that's serving a true and living God. Don't y'all realize that? All through the Bible, the Lord said when Moses and them was carrying the ark, people would get their hands on the ark and the Lord would put plagues on them other nations. to the point where they would give their children Israel that damn ark back. The Lord did not play, man. He still don't play. He won't. That's all we have. If we was to turn back to the Most High, the Lord will fight our battles for us, man. We don't have to raise a finger. The Lord will fight our battles for us right now. Come on, let's read Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Come on. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
Oh, what?
O nation, not desire.
Now, what nation on this face of this earth that you know is not desired? We're the only people on the face of the earth that's not desired. I just told you that. We, black men, black women, we have some of the most beautiful women in the 12 tribes that you ever want to see. Black men, we are some of the strongest, fastest. We done broke all kind of records. We done created everything. We are the salt of the earth according to the Bible. But we're on the bottom of it. We don't have nothing.
That's right.
Everything, damn near everything this society used in this civilization to survive with, black people have created it. And we don't have nothing. Come on, man. That should something you should question yourself and ask yourself, why is it like that? You got to ask yourself, why is it like that? We the best in everything. The blacks, Judah, Isupk, Ephraim. Can't nobody beat us in nothing.
That's right.
And yet it's still, man, we the bottom of the totem pole. Come on, man, stop it, man. You got to think about that. The Bible, go ahead, read that again.
Come on. Says Zephaniah verse 2. It's like Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
The Lord wants us to come together. We need to be trying to join back together. And if you black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian, I'm telling you, you need to get into this school. You got to get out them churches. You got to get out of all them different doctrines and beliefs and all that stuff that y'all in out there. You got to turn your back on all that stuff and come into the Israel School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, man.
That's right.
And then learn how to fight off them demons. Come into the school, learn how to fight off all them demons and stuff, and then follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's a matter of life and death. You choose today. That's what you're doing. You're going to choose life or death.
That's right.
That's what you're going to do. Unconsciously, that's what you're doing, and you don't even realize it. Because if you could look at us and call us crazy and say we don't know what we're talking about, but what you're really doing is rejecting the word of the Most High.
That's right.
You're not rejecting me. I don't have nothing. I'm just a messenger.
That's right.
That's all I am. And I'm telling you, choose today, life or death. And when I say that, I mean take your spirit out of America, come into these schools, call these schools, get the address, come to these schools, shake that wicked spirit off, start feeding your spirit and following these law, statutes, commandments, man. Stop celebrating all these holidays and stuff. Stop being such a wicked, disobedient child and turn back to the true and living God, man. Matter of fact, let's go to Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 19. Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 19. Have me break this one down. Go ahead and read it when you get it.
God. This is book of Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 19. I am the Lord, your God. Walk in my statutes.
Go ahead, read.
Walk in my statutes and keep my judgments and do them.
Now that sounds like an order, don't it? He ain't asking you to do that. This the most high talking. He said, read that again.
Come on. Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 19. I am the Lord your God. Walk in my statutes and keep my judgments and do them.
This is the Lord our God, man. He said, walk in his statutes and keep his judgments and do them. And that's what we haven't been doing that. You're not walking. If you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, you do not have a relationship with the Lord.
That's right.
You are lying to yourself. That's bad when you lie to yourself. Ain't it?
Yeah.
That's messed up when you lie to your own. You lying to your own self. Come on now. Good. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Go read.
God, verse 20. And hallow my Sabbaths, and they shall be a sign between me and you, that ye may know that I am the Lord your God.
And you should be coming to every Saturday. We come into our schools, and we hold Sabbath service, and we hold classes, and that's how you start having a relationship with the Most High. You do not have no business when you go to church on Sunday mornings, and when you sit up in that church, you sinning against the Most High.
That's right.
You following the doctrine of that Catholic Church. I can't remember the dude's name, but the Catholic Church is the ones that started that Sunday service stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. The Lord is not in them churches on Sundays with y'all. Ain't nothing in there but demons. That's it, and that's all. A bunch of horny women looking for men, and a bunch of men that molest your kids and sleep with your wife. That's it. That's all it is. And half the people in there don't get along at all. Some of them damn ushers and stuff like that be mean as I don't know what. Half the people in there, they stuck on their titles. You got to call them deacon this or on all this other stuff. Or they feel like they done been there so long, you don't supposed to sit in their seat and all this other crazy stuff. And only God knows what they're doing after that, after service. A lot of them doing service. I done seen them go outside and light up a cigarette. Standing out there to get them a few puffs and going back up in there. I saw a video a few weeks ago where one girl was sitting up in the church rolling a blunt. You know what I'm saying? With my own eyes, I have seen guys get into it with one another and ready to go fist to cuff, ready to go outside and get down on each other. That ain't brotherhood. You telling me we ain't gonna even talk about the LGBT movement that's up in there. All 2 or 3 young men sitting in the choir just as feminine as they want to be. Tender, more tender. The girls and the women coming up in there, a lot of them coming up in there with these stiletto heels on, with a skirt on, with a big old split on the side of it, jumping up and down all that tail. How a man can't, ain't no man focusing on what the pastor talking about. All this tail bouncing around in here. Because they don't a lot of them, they don't have no dress codes. Go ahead, Art.
No, it's just that because it's like the Christian church teach, but black men and black women do the total opposite of what the Lord teaches them to do, or tell them to do. Black women come into church and they just the most hardcore things in there. They speak rough, want to be the man, want to be the leader of the church, want to be prophetess. I'm the prophetess. I'm the evangelist. I'm the pastor. And the man, they want to be, they so soft. They the soft ones in the church. Like if you ever seen it, it's just the opposite. It's the opposite of what the Lord wants us to be. That's what a man is in a Christian church. And opposite what the Lord want a woman to be, she the opposite. You know what I'm saying? It just don't even make sense. They switch roles.
Yeah, they have. That's how you know you should. If you got kids in them churches, you need to get your kids up at them churches. Any man and his wife going to church every Sunday, you need to go to church with your wife and see what's going on, for real, and protect your family from that crap. Because what the brother just brought out is heavy as I don't know what. Because them sisters are walking around there with them titles and got their chests out, you know what I'm saying, and heads up, and the guys walking around there with them skinny pants on, with no socks on, with them pointed shoes. Come on, man, that's crazy as all out. Now, I mean, it's guys, older guys doing it. You know what I'm saying? Putting on all these different color now later clothes on, and these tight pants and tight shirts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And the sisters, like the brother brought out, they trying to get positions in the church. They want to be deaconess and all this other. They want to be, deaconess. Yeah, they name gonna be known all over the world type crap. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said a woman should be quiet in the church and shut her mouth, cover up her head, and ask questions. If anything, ain't no woman got no business standing up in the pulpit teaching or preaching to a congregation of people, man, exerting authority over that congregation. And come on, what if she on her period? You know, the average woman, if she's scheduled to be a guest at a church and she on her period 9 or 10, she going.
She gonna be there.
That's what I'm saying. She's gonna be there, pad and all, bloody pad and all.
You know, Lord tell you not to. You ain't supposed to. But they don't care anyway, because they ain't supposed to be doing the work of the Lord in that type of fashion anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole point.
They follow it. They not following the law regardless. They already not supposed to be teaching, and then you're coming there with on your flower and you're clean, and that's why that's how you know the Lord ain't in the church.
And that's how you know that church ain't got no real leader in there, because all kind of wickedness is going on. This man ain't following the law, statutes, commandments. He ain't teaching you to follow the law, statutes, commandments. The only commandment in that Bible that the one commandment that he more concerned about than any other commandment in the Bible is paying your tithes. Mm-hmm. You could eat anything in there. When they cook, they have pork and they greens and they beans and stuff. When they cook in them churches and stuff, they have catfish dinners. Everything that's abominable that the Lord said don't eat or don't touch, they have it in them churches. They doing it. Oh man, and come on, man. That's why it's so vital and so important that we wake up and come up out of these churches and come break away from these other nations and stuff, man. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 3. Deuteronomy 7 and 3. And we got so many of our people, man, marrying into these other nations and other races till it's mind-boggling. I don't understand it. I know a few pastors personally. I'm assuming they just don't read these verses that we pulling out because their sons have married oppressors, or their daughters go out and marry Africans and our oppressors and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Marrying into other nations and stuff. And we're finna tell you right here, we're finna pull up a precept and show you what the Lord think about a black man marrying a European woman, or a black woman marrying a European man. That's the Lord. That the Lord don't want us doing that. They got this big thing going on right now in the earth where brothers are. They call them the passport boys or something. Where they're going up to the islands and getting these little Philippine women and little Chinese women and stuff like that, saying they tired of the Eastern. They tired of the women over here. Basically, they don't want to deal with these sisters over here because they mouth too big and they're too stubborn and they're too hard-headed. So these brothers catching. I mean, there must be a trend right now because I keep reading and seeing more and more and more about it. Yeah. But these brothers getting these passports and they going over to these other little countries and stuff and getting these other women. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to show you what the Lord think about that stuff right here. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 3.
Oh God, it's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy son.
Now, when the Lord said, neither shalt thou make marriage unto them, he talking to the 12 tribes of Israel. He's telling us that we should not allow our daughters and our sons to marry these other nations, the other races. The Lord don't want us mixing and mingling like that. You got 12 tribes of different women that you can go out that's fine as all out. Some of the baddest sisters you want to see on the face of the earth, man. I'm talking about from 12 different tribes. And our brothers get a little money and go, and the first thing they want to go get them is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil. I mean, come on, man. And then these big old dudes be going getting little bitty little. I mean, you killing your whole bloodline pretty much if you really, to be honest with you. A big old strong dude, you get one of these thick sisters, man, and tell you been a linebacker. You're gonna make something out of your bloodline. Yeah. But a lot of these brothers going out getting these little puny, so-called cute women in these other races, man, and making these little bony kids, little weak kids. Come on, man, we self-destructive. We're killing ourselves, man. Start from the top.
Oh, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy sister.
And another thing to bring out,
into thy son.
And another thing to bring out is I'm noticing a lot of black sisters when they marry the oppressors, they be ending up dead. Mm-hmm. A lot of them been getting killed.
Yep.
Or just mistreated. You know what I'm saying? Them men ain't no different than us. I don't know what you sisters think out there. You think you listening to some whore somewhere talking about black men ain't no good and ain't no good men and all this and that, and y'all could do without us. Y'all going into these other nations, and them guys, man, I done read article after article where black women ended up dead, missing, and things of that nature. And them guys, and they do. A lot of them do. They will kill their women and study at nighttime, lay there on the computer how to get rid of the body. Mm-hmm. You can read plenty of stories like that. These guys, they will get rid of your butt, girl. You better quit playing with them, man, and do what the Lord said do, and stick with your own race. And brother, you stick with your own race, or pick you one of these sisters out of these 12 tribes. Go ahead, read. The Lord said, the Lord said, neither shall thou make marriage with them. The Lord don't want us marrying these other nations, man. Right. No matter what your pastor say. No matter, man, listen, that ain't what the Bible say, man. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, neither his daughter shalt thou take unto your son. The Lord don't want us mixing and mingling with these oppressors at all. Go ahead, read.
Oh my God, verse 4. For they will turn away the son from, they will turn away thy son from following me.
They will what?
Turn away thy son from following me.
And that's what happened, man. If you bear into these other races, man, your son, 9 out of 10, you're gonna start serving other gods. You're gonna be pulled away from the one and only true and living God. If a brother marry an oppressor girl, he can't tell that woman Jesus is black. She ain't trying to hear that. He can't tell that girl they not celebrating Thanksgiving or Christmas. He can't tell her that. Come on, man. And tell her that, and he done married this girl, she gonna take everything he got. Or she gonna try to take everything he got. You can believe that. Read.
God. that they may serve other gods.
That they may what?
That they may serve other gods.
And that's what's gonna happen to you, man, when you marry outside of your own people. You're gonna end up serving other gods, man. Now you got an even bigger problem on your hand because now you're sinning against the Most High.
That's right.
Come on, man. Read.
Come on, God. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you.
What?
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
The anger. When you marry outside these races, man, if a black man go and marry into these other races, certain races, man, you bringing the wrath of God down on your head. The Bible said the anger of the Lord will be kindled against you suddenly. That means you could be driving down the street, minding your business, and all of a sudden, anything could happen. Anything could happen, man. Because the way the Bible studies telling us the wages of sin is death, man. Right. You cannot willfully just go out there and be sinning and stuff and think you're not going to pay for it eventually. You might get away with it for a while, but eventually you're going to pay for it, man. The wrath of God is going to come down on you so bad, it's going to be crazy, man. And you hear every day just about at least 5 accidents a month over there on that street that I live on, man. And when I say the cars be folded up, because I'm right off the E-way, the cars be folded up. Look, just 2 days ago, it was a deadly accident on 47 right off the E-way, Battle Ramp. Then it was all these other car accidents. The Lord, man, the Lord might send judgment any kind of way. Any kind, like the brother brought out about the loud. They putting fentanyl and all this other drugs in this weed and stuff y'all smoking out there. You know what I'm saying? You could go connect yourself with some female and she got God knows what. You know, when you sinning like that, the Bible said the wages of sin is death. Death could come to you in a million different ways. So just don't be shocked when it do. That's all I can say. Don't be shocked when it do, man. Let's go to Judges 3 and 4. The Lord is not playing with us, man. And God is a true and living God, and his word will not go back void. The Lord said the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Yahushua Mashiach.
That's right.
The Lord told Moses to give the children of Israel. He commanded Moses to give the children of Israel the law, statutes, and commandments that we should live according to his law, statutes, and commandments, not according to the laws of America. You sin against God when you done turned your whole back against the Most High just for your own traditions, to do what you want to do, to have your free will. You done lost your mind. You lying to yourself, and then you got the audacity to say and think that you got a relationship with the Lord. Talk about God talk to you all the time. You got a relationship with God. How you know them demons talking to you, talking about you can do what you want to do. You wrong. You crazy as hell if you think that for real. Not according to the Bible. According to the Bible, the wages of sin is death. That's right. I just got to keep stressing that too. Go ahead.
God.
Judges 3 and 4.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 3, verse 4. And they were to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord, which he had commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses.
The Lord gave Moses the 10 commandments to give to the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And at the time he's saying they were to be proved, and they were to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord. And we have not hearkened unto these commandments of the Most High, because you want to do it your way. You want to follow our great-grandparents, our grandparents, our mothers, and our fathers. They didn't know better. They did their best, but they didn't know better. They just passed on a generational curse. Okay, they passed on what they was taught. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord, the Most High, put his priests been in the earth ever since 1969, and these priests have been bringing the truth out to God's people since then. So 9 out of 10, you done heard about this. You done heard this ain't nothing new to you out there. You done heard about these laws, statutes, commandments. You heard about it, and you want to be a stiff-necked people and rebel and want to keep doing it your way. But that's what's going to cause you to be in a world of trouble when the Lord come back. Don't think that you done heard about these laws, statutes, commandments, and you done been warned, and you think when the Lord come back, you're not going to get judged and punished about it, because you are. Right. You don't have no excuse. Commandment, the Father by the hand of Moses. Go ahead, read.
Okay, verse 5. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, Hittites, and Amorites, and Perizzites, and Hivites, and Jebusites.
And that showed that the Lord placed us in the middle of these different nations to see will we follow up and behind their traditions and their gods, or are we going to keep following these laws, statutes, commandments, man? And we done failed. We done failed dramatic. We done failed to the point where the Lord, the sins of North America done reached the heavens, man. The Lord put us in this condition because we refused to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. Even when Moses brought the children of Israel out of Egypt. Matter of fact, we're gonna go there. But I'm showing you where the Lord don't want us mixing and mingling with these other races. These other races don't serve the Most High. These other races got their own gods, their own entities that they believe in. They own statues and stuff that they bow down and pray to.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be mimicking these people. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read.
Okay, verse 6. And they took their daughters to be their wives, and gave their daughters to their sons, and served their gods.
And took their daughters and to be their wives and served other gods, man. That's what's going to happen when you get into these other races and nations. Our children will be pulled away from the one and only true living God, man. Seriously, that's just like a sister being with an oppressor. She can't never look at that man and tell him that Jesus is black. That man don't want to hear that. He might call her all kind of nigger bees. Actually, she crazy. A white girl, she gonna look at her. Well, slacky. Oppressor girl, she gonna look at a brother. If he say that, she gonna think he crazy. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read out.
Okay, verse 7. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and forgot the Lord their God, and served Balaam and the groves.
And that's what our people been doing ever since you joined in on that Christianity. You joined in on Islam. You joined in on all these other doctrines and things of that nature. With Egyptology, African panism. You walking around with them unks tattooed in your flesh, or walking around with these crosses and stuff on. Man, you come on, man. You serving Balaam. You serving these other demonic entities, and you're not serving the Most High by following up the traditions of these other races. Man. Right. You're not serving the Most High. You're sinning against the Most High, and God is fed up with it. He's sick and tired of it. Yahushua Mashiach is waiting on the order to stand up and come down to cast judgment upon this place. And when he come, according to the Bible, he bringing death and destruction. He's not coming down here to bring all these nations and races together that we bringing out to you. The Lord is coming to put these people into captivity. They got to pay for the bloodshed that they have committed on the 12 tribes of Israel. Do you know what these our oppressors did to the Native American Indian man in the Trail of Tears? That was, come on, listen, it don't get too much worse than that when you wiping out a whole nation of people. Listen, California belonged to the Mexicans. That's right. How the hell you gonna censor these people and tell these people you're gonna build a wall and you don't want they can't come over here in America? But California belonged to them. All this land belonged to these people. But our oppressors trying to study, throwing them in jails and in cages and stuff, and trying to stop them from coming over here. I mean, what kind of crap is that? Go ahead.
Hey, so like that's heavy when you bring it out, because you hit it on the head. They try to stop the Hispanic brothers from coming over here. They lock them up in cages. Right. Where the Canadians at that's locked in cages? Exactly. Well, you don't see no Canadians locked up in cages. It's a whole nother border up north that the Europeans come from, and you don't see no cases with the European or with your so-called Canadian people up in them. Exactly. But you go down to Mexico and you see our Mexican brothers in cages, and they got the same border that they got up north. Right. You know what I'm saying? It just lets you know that, you know what I'm saying, this is that all the punishment that we going throughout the Bible, just let you know that it's our people that that's down there on the southern border. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't, they wouldn't be going through it. They going through it because they are the chosen people. That's right, like the Guatemalans and all that stuff. Then you got Polacks over here. You got all these other European races over here in America, and they immigrants. Mm-hmm. They the biggest immigrants over here, and they got the audacity to try to complain because our brothers and sisters want to come over here and try to get a better life for themselves and their children. Come on, man, it's a wicked place, man. This is a wicked, super wicked place, and the people that's ruling this place, they are terrible. That's why I do. Out of all the stuff that's been going on within the last 60 to 70 years, I can't believe black people still fighting to vote. Because you can't, if anybody that's in politics, you can't trust them. It's all about the money. It's all about getting into a position where they can get a big check. That's right. That's all it's about. Because all the promises that they make, they can't keep not one of them. They can't keep not one of them. You've been lied to. You have been lied to over the last 70 or 80 years. No change. None. You study voting, you something wrong with you, man. Something definitely wrong with them. I would have to say. And then they call our brothers, especially the Mexican brothers. You heard them, like, even when Trump was saying all they murderers, they're killers, and they're rapists. Wow. And that's the reason they try to use to justify to keep the Hispanics in cages. Right. And why they got ICE agents out here, going to gather up, our Hispanic brothers that don't have green cards and taking them down there. But they got to remember, the first immigrants that came over here, all of those the Italians and all of that came over, they was the gang.
Illegal immigrants.
Illegal immigrants. They was the mafias. The Irish. They was the mafias. They was doing the raping. They was doing the murdering, and they didn't have what I'm saying. They just treat our people. See, and in this land, they able to get away with it because this is their people. You know what I'm saying? We can't get away with none of that. Right. And if we do get away with it, they're gonna label us it anyway, and we still gonna get punished. Right. Their forefathers were all kind of drug dealers and everything else, committing all kind of crimes. Okay. And took that money that they was committing crimes with and used it and got in power in the politics and things that like the Kennedys. They granddaddy, they from what you read about him, he was a real bastard.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these oppressors, like you brought up about the Italians, they done came over here and with their gangsterous ways and Murder Inc.
Mm-hmm.
#1 Murder Inc.
That's right.
They well established. I mean, every other race, the Irish, all these different races done came, European races done came over here, and now they established and they so-called citizens. This land belonged to the Mexicans, the Native American Indian, man. You oppressors are the ones that are illegal immigrants, man. This land does not belong to you guys. Y'all done raped, murdered, and stole everything y'all got your hands on. That's right. And you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna pay, and you brothers and sisters out there that want to love these people and think that God died for them and stuff. You need to wake up. Seriously, you need to wake up and do some studying. Matter of fact, you need to find a UPK school and come in here and ask some questions and learn something about your real history.
That's right.
Because and matter of fact, it's another to show you how wicked these people are. It was something about Black history that they was just trying to pass in the schools, and they shutting it down like crazy. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's some kind of history other than us going from slavery to the schools want to teach you about slavery. Then they want to teach you about it's another part of
civil rights.
Civil rights or something. Yeah. But other than that, we ain't did nothing. We just savages. The real savage. Where you think we learned how to be gangsters and savages from?
Right.
The real savages. Because ain't nothing more dangerous in America than a oppressor with a gun in his hand. Ain't nobody safe long as they got guns in their hands. You can mark my word for that. Straight up. Right. Everybody on the face of the earth is in trouble when an oppressor got guns in their hands. And trust me, they got plenty of them.
That's right.
Get out of here, man. Exodus 32:7.
Oh God, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee.
Wait, Slack.
Oh, Slack. He said 32:7.
Okay.
Deuteronomy. Exodus. Slack.
Exodus.
Deuteronomy. Slack. Told you I still have sleep.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go
I told you too. Trust me.
Exodus chapter 32, verse 7. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go, get thee down, for thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves.
Now these people, Moses just led the children of Israel out of Egypt. They done went through that water. They done witnessed the Most High killing all of Pharaoh's entire army. Mm-hmm. They saw the Lord split the Red Sea. The Lord done led them through this wilderness, man, and gave them provision. And look what they done did. And in that short amount of time, look what they done did. Go ahead, read.
Come on. Verse 8. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded thee. They have made them a molten calf.
A what?
A molten calf.
These people done created them a statue. They done built by hand. They done built up a molten calf. They took a wooden calf and laced it with gold. Read.
Oh God, and have worshipped it.
Did what?
And have worshipped it.
And that's what we doing now today, man. When you go before that Islam and Christianity and all these other different doctrines and religions, man, you worshiping idols, man. You're not serving the Most High, because the only way you can serve and be obedient to the Most High is to follow His law, statutes, and commandments. Read.
Come on. And have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
And we are so quick to join ourselves to stuff. Black people love to join. You got all these fraternities in these different colleges. You know what I'm saying? We got our brothers that's in the masonry and all this other stuff. We join anything and everything. You want to follow behind anything and everything, except turning back to the Most High by following His law, statutes, commandments. I mean, we would join, and then allow any other race to join us in those.
Mm-hmm.
You open your doors and allow all the oppressors to come in, no matter what their nationality is. And look what happened to them brothers and sisters that night in that church. They let that little scrawny, puny, 120-pound boy come in there and sit down, and in their mind they just know he harmless. He harmless.
Mm-hmm.
And they say he sat in there for a couple hours, and at the end of their little service, that boy got up and killed everybody in that damn church. That's because you let your God. We so quick to let our gods down for our oppressors, thinking that they just so innocent and won't do nothing, and end up dying. Instead of, ain't nowhere in it is, it was a few men in there. Ain't nobody think to go back there and search him, check him, make sure he ain't armed. Then find it strange that it didn't even look out of place to him, I guess. Because when you paint the picture, it seemed out of place to me. All of us are up in here, and you got this little pale person sitting all the way in the back, just sitting there staring and looking, ain't saying nothing. Ain't nobody went back there and said nothing to him. He probably spoke. That was it. Ain't nobody went and searched him or nothing. That's just like these our young men on these corners. They'll get down on one another on these corners and stuff and tell you what you can and can't do on the corner. And it'll be the same scenario. A little puny oppressor walk past with a book bag on his back, stop, check his bag and everything, and pull out semi something and kill everything on that damn corner. Go ahead, read. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's so heavy because the Bible even speaking say Esau was a cunning hunter, and that's how cunning he is. You look at even what's the crazy precedent they made a documentary about
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer didn't look like he was out here just killing people. He was just a regular nerd looking dude. But that's what Esau has always been able to do. They always been able to be cunning. Well, the point that you won't even think that they're hunting you. They still hunt you. That's why I say his words smooth as butter. He got the good words. He looks very unintimidating. But he gonna kill 100 people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you see us in
a mass murder.
They just had another mass murder in California.
Right. The lunar. Everybody. Right. Now him he killed. Well, they was mentioning that lunar thing too. But yeah, this little Philippine or whatever he was killed 7 or 8 people.
Same thing. He a oppressor too.
Right. Then the other day, that guy he killed at that party, they was having a lunar celebration. He went in there and killed about 10 or 20 people or something. Like, man, these people are mass murderers, man. And you know they murderers. Anytime you go out and hunt a damn bear, this bear damn near 500 pounds.
I saw that.
You know what I'm saying? You're going out killing God's creatures like that. They'll kill lions, bears, giraffes, just for the sport of it.
Like for what?
Right.
Like, I see if you needed clothes. I see if you needed, you wouldn't go kill a couple, cows and some goat for some food.
Right.
I see if you had to kill a bear because you needed a coat in the middle of the winter.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just killing them for sport.
The sport.
But that's the oppressive
person, right? Exactly. It like when they was over here fighting, the cavalry was fighting against the Native American Indians. Mm-hmm. They said they killed over 1 million buffalo just to make the Native American Indian depend on them. Mm-hmm. So basically, they were just killing them and skinning them and leaving the carcasses out there in the fields. Mm-hmm. And they had pictures of it, and it just didn't make no sense.
They almost wiped out the whole buffalo.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Them that wiped them off the face of the earth, just to get at the Native American Indian. And the Native American Indian used to follow the buffalo to do what you just said, mm-hmm. for clothes, for food, to be able to survive in the wintertime. They was doing it to survive. The oppressor went out there and damn near wiped them animals off the face of the earth, man. Come on, man. These people, something else, man. Our people study. I mean, the Lord wants us to separate from these people, whether you realize it or not. Seriously, the Lord do not want us mixing and mingling with these other races. The only thing we should be doing with these people is like commerce, business. You know what I'm saying? The things of that nature. We should have a Black Wall Street again. We should have our own Black sports teams. And we should have our own everything. We don't have anything thanks to certain individuals that wanted to do non-segregation. That want Jackie Robinson, people like Jackie Robinson, people like Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Want to mix and mingle with these other races, man. Stop it. Go ahead, read out.
God. Oh, Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And the Lord said unto Moses, verse 9, and the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
And the Lord know that we're stiff-necked people. We are some of the most hard-headedest people on the face of the earth. The average person, you tell them don't do something, you better not tell them don't do it. Especially our sisters.
Right.
You tell somebody don't do something, man, and they shown up going to do it. That's just like you tell somebody something and then tell them don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. You shouldn't have said that.
Right.
You shouldn't have said that part, because now they damn sure gonna go tell somebody everything you said to them. And that's the way our people are, man. We are a stiff-necked people. The Lord do not want us mixing and mingling with these other races and nations and stuff. He don't want us mixing and mingling with these other races, man. He wants us to follow and serve him. And according to the Bible, we would be on top. We would be in rulership if we was serving the Most High in spirit and in truth. We would be in rulership if we was following these laws, statutes, and commandments. This is our fourth captivity because of our disobedience.
That's right.
We'd have been in captivity before. We're the same people that was in Egypt. Same thing happened. We just showed you. Moses went up into the mountain, and all of a sudden now they down there making calves and stuff, statues. We'd have been here 3 or 4 times, man. And every time this is our fourth captivity because of our sins against the Most High, and we ain't learned yet. But this is our last captivity. This is the final chapter right here. And if you don't get it right, if you don't hurry up and get it right now, it's gonna be hell to tell the captain. But when the Lord come back, he ain't coming back he's not coming back to sit down and talk with you and laugh with you and rock you and kiss you and tell you sweet stories. Lord coming back to judge this place. The Lord is going to utterly destroy North America. That's right. And rightfully so. America deserves to be destroyed for all the hate and all the treachery and all the murder and all the rape and all the thievery that they have done to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. That's right. To hell with America. Seriously, man. America is a terrible place to be. This is not our home. This is not our home, man. And the only way out of this crap is to come to this school, the Israel School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We are almost in every city on the earth now. This school is, the word of the Most High is spreading like wildfire. And if you don't get your butt in this school, you're going to die with America. You're going to die in your sins. According to the Bible said, for the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Yahushua Mashiach. And that's what's going to happen to you if you don't turn from your wicked ways. The only way you can turn from your wicked ways is to come into the school and learn how to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and shake them old ways off. You got to quit eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. You got to stop celebrating your birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all these wicked holidays. You got to stop. You got to just stop following up behind America, period, man. You got to come up out of these Christian churches and these mosques and things of that nature. You got to cut all that stuff. You got to fight off them demons. Everything that I'm naming, them demons, all that stuff is wickedness in the eyes of the Most High. That's right. The Lord hates and despises everything that we doing down here as a race of people. The Lord hates it, and He's tired of it. Let's go to Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6. Oh, God. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6. When you get it, go ahead and read it.
Come on, God. It's the book of Baruch chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies.
The Lord the Lord delivered us into these our enemies because we moved God to wrath because we refuse to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. This is punishment. This is part of our punishment that we're going through because of our disobedience and not wanting to turn back to the one and only true and living God according to the Bible, man. Read.
Oh God.
Verse 7.
Oh God. Verse 7. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to God.
And that's what we do. When you go up in that Christian church and you bow down before that cross, or you praising your pastor, or you walking around with them crosses on your neck, or you looking at crescent moons and half cut stars, and you looking at the zodiacs, you chanting and seancing and
Burning sage.
burning the sage and all this other crap, man. That's good, huh?
No.
Oh yeah, you sinning against the Most High, man.
Damn right.
For we have provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not unto the power of our Father. Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'm telling you what the Bible said, man. I'm telling you, we are sacrificing unto devils when you go inside them churches. The Christian church is the synagogue of Satan, man. That ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. The Most High is not in them damn church buildings at all. Quit it. And I know you Christians out there don't want to hear that, but you have been warned. That's all I can say. And I know a lot of people that I really, really care about. I do. It's a lot of people I love and care about, but they don't want to hear what I'm saying. They think I'm crazy, or I'm in a cult, or I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm telling y'all, the Lord is not in them churches. He's not in them mosques. He's not in none of them. I don't care what the denomination of the church is that you go to. The Lord ain't there.
That's right.
The Lord is not there at all. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay, let's go. Go ahead. You want to go ahead?
I know. Did you still want to read?
8. You want to go ahead?
Verse 8. Ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you.
We have grieved in Jerusalem that nursed us, man. The Lord, our home is Jerusalem. This America is not our home, and the traditions and the cultures and all the stuff that's going on over here was just a test for us to see if we'll turn against the Most High or we keep following these laws, statutes, commandments. And the large majority of our people have turned against the Most High.
Yeah, right.
Unknowingly. But you are being warned. We are the priests and prophets of the Most High, and we warning God's people that they go in the wrong direction. Now it's up to you to heed to the words that we're saying. If you have the Bible said, if you have an ear, let you hear.
That's right.
You know, and if you don't want to listen, then it's going to be a price to pay down the road. It's definitely going to be a price to pay. Let's go to Jeremiah 4:2. Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 2. You get it? Go ahead and read it.
Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 2. And thou shalt swear, the Lord liveth in truth, in judgment.
Oh, slacking, my bad. Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2.
I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I thought you was coming with some new heat or something.
I'm sleepy too.
14. Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
The Bible said, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. Judah is black people, according to the Bible, man. And the gates supposed to be our protection. It's supposed to be your pastors, your so-called community leaders, your so-called, your pastors and so-called community leaders should be protecting and being a buffer for the black people in America, in America. But they not. Black people don't have no protection in America, man. Hispanics, the Native American Indian, we don't have no protection. We don't have a voice in this place. It's like what's the word? Taxation without representation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They treat us any kind of way, and we going for anything. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and you vote, you cast your vote for these different people. They get in office, and that's it. They get a bigger check, and they go sit down somewhere. All the promises that they made you to get in that office for you to come and vote for them, and they can't hold not one promise for you, man. The Bible said, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. The only people you know that's in true mourning on this earth right now are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
The 12 tribes, 12 tribes of Israel. We're the only people that's in mourning right now. Every other race of people are doing great. All of them. Whatever, all of them. If they not in this 12 tribe, they doing great. They going to sleep. Every last one of them got at least 100,000 or better in their checking accounts.
Yeah, right there.
They got their homes are paid for. 2 or 3 cars in their driveway. Bills paid. They just live. They comfortable. The black people, we are so destroyed, man. We are so destroyed. Go ahead, read.
John McCon. They are black unto the ground.
They are what?
They are black unto the ground.
That's what we just told you. This verse is for black people, man. Judah mourning in the gates thereof language. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian, we the ones that are in mourning right now. We don't have no protection, and the scriptures telling you that we are black. He talking about the black people. Read.
Oh God. And the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
And the cries of Jerusalem has gone rich into the heavens, man. The Lord definitely know what's been going on down here.
That's right.
The Lord know everything that's been happening. Ain't nothing been hidden from the Most High. None of it. And the Lord is going to come back, and he's going to do something about it for his children. Right. These people have they committed genocide on the Native American Indian. They have put our people in slavery, stolen our identity, took the land from the Native American Indian, putting our Isupk brothers in caves and jails and stuff, beating, murdering, and raping. Even to today, 2023, they still doing the same thing, man. To the point where then you got brothers that got on the uniform. You see what them 4 or 5 cops did to that brother, man? How they beat him. They beat the 5 black officers, beat a black boy to death just last week. That's the spirit of America on them. I bet you that every last one of them call themselves either a Christian or a Muslim.
That's right.
And then when you into Christianity and you go into these Christian churches, and you praying to these other gods and stuff, you naturally hate your own people. This Bible is so amazing. I'm so serious, man. I ain't never read a book. It ain't another book on the planet like this Bible.
That's right.
It is not another book on the face of the entire earth that's like this Bible, man. This Bible is a living. It's alive. It's alive, man. And this is a black man's independence book.
Yeah, right.
You want to live and you want to come up out this hell that you in, you come into the Israel School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under command of General Hana and sit in classes and under men like the generals, Captain Malaquad, Officer Labar, Officer Lamar and them, and study. And boy, this thing will come to life for you.
That's right.
And breathe life into you. Teach you how to fight off them demons, man. Give you the power to quit smoking that loud. Give you the power to quit gang banging. Give you the power to quit selling your people drugs. Give you the power to stop lusting after another man's wife. Teach you how to follow the dietary law. Most of all, teach you how to turn back to the Most High and serve him in spirit and in truth, man.
That's right.
Seriously. And if you can't go to your church and learn how to do this. You're not gonna never get no power going to the Christian church. Right. And the only people that seem like they slow down because they didn't got too damn old to do anything. People get all off to their upper 60s and 70s. Now they bones tied. They can't hardly move around. Now you want to serve the Lord in spirit and in truth. And you still ain't doing it then because you're still cooking damn chitlins, eating pork chops, eating hog head cheese, and all this other abominable food. You still ain't serving the Most High in spirit and in truth. Come on, man, stop it. It's time to wake up, Israel. It's time to wake up. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Most High in Christ. Start from the top again.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Now the Bible said, the Lord said, my people. He said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That lets you know he's not talking to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He's not talking to everybody. The Lord is not talking to everybody. He's not talking to every race and every nation of people on this planet. He's talking to a specific group of people. When he say, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And what people is that? The 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Y'all rejecting these, you insist on rejecting these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's pure wisdom and knowledge. The knowledge of the Most High. Not the knowledge that you could get in these colleges and schools that you go to of the oppressors. When you want real knowledge and real wisdom, you got to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and follow the Most High. Read.
I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
These so-called pastors on this planet, they are not, the Most High did not appoint these people. Right. They are self-appointed men.
Yeah, right.
Them men have appointed themselves in those positions to call themselves men of the Most High. The Lord did not call them. The Most High, the priests of the Most High are those generals in the Isupk, the captains in the Isupk, the men on down the ranks. The men in the Israel School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under command of General Honor. These are the true priests and prophets of the Most High.
That's right.
These niggas that's running around with these braids and these boots on, looking out with these beards, following these laws, statutes, and commandments. These are the priests and prophets of the Most High. Not that smooth-faced, lying man that's standing up there with that $300 suit on and $200 shoes, driving that big old Lincoln Continental. They're not him. That is a wolf in sheep clothing.
That's right.
A lying dog, a greedy dog, according to the Bible. Read.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Seeing what?
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Go ahead.
I will also forget thy children.
And that's what the Lord did. This generation,
hardcore. Hardcore.
This generation of kids today don't have no idea who the Most High is.
That's right.
They too busy getting blunted out, listening to this crazy rap music, killing one another, doing all kind of abominable things. The large majority of this generation today are wise as I don't know what because of the technology. But weak as I don't know what spiritually. You know what I'm saying? All off into the LGBT movement thing. That tender feminine spirit is on damn near all these kids, boys and girls. These people that's ruling this place, man, they pushing. It's mighty funny that they all day long you'll hear music about black women being whores or young boys killing one another. They don't censor none of that. But if a black man stand on the corner and say that he's the real Jew, they all over your tail. You better not get on the airwave and say that. You can't get on the airwave and say you the real Jews, but you can get on the airwave and just destroy your people with this music and this entertainment and stuff, keeping you preoccupied with the sports and stuff, with the music and the television and all this other crap. You know, you're so preoccupied with getting high. Now, according to America, it's okay to stay high. It's legal to get high now. Come on, man, stop it.
It's like, if I may, and that's just heavy what you bringing, because you can see somebody like Dwayne Wade, who can take pictures and be on camera all the time with his son and promote this alternative lifestyle or whatever. And it's okay. It's totally okay for him to do that. You know, no matter who it offends, it's okay for him to do it. But as soon as somebody, you know, like a Kanye or Kyrie, just not. And the thing is, Kyrie didn't even come on and say, "Hey, we are this." All he got asked questions because of something he posted on his own personal thing,
right?
And he getting blasted, getting kicked out the NBA for some games. He getting treated like a terrorist in America because he believed that his people. Or he's having an inkling that his people are God's chosen people.
Right. And that's all he did. He made a comment showing that he read something. He ain't pushed it on nobody. He just brought up a fact that he read something that he found interesting. And got under, like you said, they attacked their brother man in every possible way.
And then you got Dwayne Wade that's actually pushing this. He's pushing it by allowing by allowing his fame to be able to push it through the media. Because that's all it is. Dwayne Wade is famous, so his child being, you know, a part of that alternative lifestyle, now it allows the world to see kids. Now, I guess what's going to be, it's going, oh, well, kids, they got the right to have their own opinion on what they want to be. It don't matter if they 7 years old. If he a boy and he's 7 and he want to be a girl, he can be why? Because somebody like Dwayne Wade used his fame to push out that rhetoric, and you know that just tell you how much America hates us, that they won't let us be great and say we God's people, but they love for us to say our little boys can be girls.
Right, and put on the television, and more they're making commercials, and more. Listen, they putting that they saturating everything with that alternative lifestyle crap. The movies, the music, everything. Our black women, man, are so destroyed because of the music and getting high. You know what I'm saying? Get just aware of anything. Go outside, do a damn handstand and twerk up like that upside down. You know, and think that's cool. Or go just come out, put on panties and a bra, and put on a full body see-through lace outfit and go outside. Like all of our sisters pretty much, you go on, and you think I'm lying, you go on that TikTok, Instagram, on that. Every picture a sister take, she twisted.
Yeah, she want to show her. She want to show her goods.
Yeah. I mean, that's, man. This America is, man. This place hate us. It hates us. And it's doing everything it can to keep us destroyed. And our people will not wake up. Majority of our people refuse to wake up and realize that we in the last days. I think we some of the only people on the planet that's not getting ready for warfare. Everybody else getting ready for warfare. Everybody else stocking up and doing everything, getting ready for warfare. Black people, we just partying and getting high. That's
because they looking for the oppressor. They feel like the oppressor love us so much they gonna save us. They ain't gonna let nothing happen to us. You know, as soon as anything ever happened to America, if Russia ever decided to come in here or any other country decided to come in here, you gonna be the first one they give up. You think that you're gonna be able to hide behind them? Right. They're gonna be like, look, we give you them. Just don't bomb the White House. Right. We give you them. Just don't bomb the Pentagon.
Yeah. Or they're gonna draft a bunch of them, have them in their war fighting. You're gonna fight in a war that ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna go to jail or you're gonna fight this war. Your choice. Stuff like that. Like they did last time. Zechariah 11:4.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 4. Thus said the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter.
Feed the what?
Feed the flock of the slaughter.
The only people being slaughtered on this earth are blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The scripture saith the Lord my God. The Lord wants us to feed the flock of the slaughter. The Lord wants us to get up and get out and wake his people up. Tell his people the truth, because your pastor's not doing it.
That's right.
It's our job. It's our job to get out there and wake up the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And when you see these men in the school out there on them streets, no matter what city we in, we out there for our people. We're not out there for the other races. They don't need help. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you're the ones that need some help. You're the ones that God loves. You're the one that the Lord's sending us out there to draw back into him. You know what I'm saying? The Bible said, Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter. What people you know that's done been slaughtered more than blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians?
Goddamn right.
Come on now, stop it. Go ahead, read.
God. Verse 5, whose possessors slayed them.
Who's what?
Possessors slayed them.
We are a possession to these people, man. You are not a free man if you're in America. I don't care what level of education you have. It don't matter how much you grossing. It don't matter what you own. You are the possession of these slayers. It say whose possessors slay them. Our possessors slay us.
That's right.
They slay us, man. We're the only people that can be murdered in the streets and don't nobody really have to get no real time for it.
Yep.
A young man got murdered a few years ago. That boy got shot over 17 times. And I think they gave that dude 5 years at the most. I think he at home by now. And the only reason why a lot of the oppressors are really getting time now because so many phones is out here. Everybody filming now, and they getting this stuff on the internet. And how can you get around that?
And Salaki, to be honest with you, they really getting away with it because of the politics of it. If the president need the black person's vote, if the president need the black person's vote to stay in office or to do the things that they're doing, then they wouldn't care if you get shot 26 times. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't care. But they know that locking up one oppressive police officer is gonna get 100,000, of our people to vote for them. That's what they're gonna do. They would give up their own. They the beast of the field. They don't care. Right. They'll give up their own just to make sure they stay in power. That's the whole nature of it. It ain't because they like us. It ain't because they care about the kid getting shot 16 times. Right. If they cared so much, the police officer would have been in jail for life. But they just let you know how much they didn't care. He was only in jail for 4 or 5 years. He got out, so he didn't care. It was a clear murder, and he went to jail for 4 or 5 years. Overkill. Yeah.
And then we can't even bring up all the crimes that they commit that's not televised or not printed in the paper. I have read stories where certain guys that committed so many damn crimes, man, felonies, federal, state, and everything, and keep getting a slap on the hand and keep getting out on the streets. And it's white privilege. That's what it is. Because you let a black person do anything, he gonna pay for it. He gonna pay for it. You ain't black. If you black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian in America, you going to go to jail and work for free. That's what you're gonna do. The state gonna draw at least $33,000 to $34,000, $35,000 a year off your butt. You going to jail and you're gonna work for 35 cents a day. Mm-hmm. That's what you're gonna do. And you can have the exact identical same crime as one of the oppressors, and he gonna get house arrest, house monitoring, and he going home. You going downstate. That's the way America is. America hate and despise you if you black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. This is not our home, man. You got to be tired of trying to love your oppressor. You got to be tired of trying to go to these Christian churches and nothing changed. Right. Martin Luther King tried it. They killed him. And the little story I read, the bullet didn't even kill him. They killed him at the hospital with a bullet, because I read a story where his wife sued the government and won, because they figured out what had happened to him. You could be for peace, or you could be about turn the other cheek. Don't turn the other cheek. They don't care. You got to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian in America, man, your life don't have no value on it when it comes to our oppressors. That's right. At all. Your wife life, your kids' life, mm-hmm. They done proved it. Look what they did to Fidel Castile. Mm-hmm. They shot that man to death. His baby sitting in the back seat and his wife sitting next to him. Killed that man for nothing like that, man. The little boy, Tamir Rice, with a toy gun in his hand, running away from the police. This child is running away from the police officer. And that man shot that boy down like that in his back. Mm. Can you imagine getting a phone call like that? Come on, man, stop it. Well, this is the Tuesday night biblical law class coming to you out of Chicago, man. We're going to bring this class to an end. See you guys next week, hopefully. That's my time, Israel. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General Yohana's putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time sending curses to them enemies.